I didn't notice anybody had joined. Where's a couple of these guys? And we're playing VVV right now, which is kind of like the old school factions. I didn't notice anybody had joined. Where's a couple of these guys? And we're playing VVV right now, which is kind of like the old school faction. This guy here he's running. I hate pairing people like this, which I don't blame him for running. Try to kill his pet. This guy here he's running. I hate pairing people like this, which I don't blame him. I killed his pet. That'll grief him a little bit. Try to kill his pet. Those guys are a couple of tough characters. That'll grief him a little bit. Those guys are a couple of tough characters. Yeah, I'll give him a little bit of credit as I loot their corpse. Yep. Yeah, I'll give him a little bit of credit as I loot their corpse. Yep. Yeah, let's see here. They keep casting curse on me. It's like, how are they casting curse? They're casting curse because they're using power scrolls. Let's see here. They keep casting curse on me. It's like, how are they casting curse? They're casting curse because they're using power scrolls. Yeah, because those guys are definitely not mages, so they're playing smart. Wish my screen was big enough to be able to see if anything's being typed. Wish my screen was big enough to be able to see if anything's being typed. Ah, the Max is here. Trying to get these guys a join party. Max is here. Trying to get these guys a join party. Yeah, these guys, a couple guys were fighting there. It looked like they had matching templates. They were fencer, archers, so they were disarming you, hitting you with armor ignores, and mortaling out at the same time, so it's kind of hard to survive those guys if a pair of them hit you at the same time. Yeah, these guys, a couple guys were fighting there. It looked like they had matching templates. Fencer, archers, so they were disarming you, hitting you with armor ignores, and mortaling out at the same time, so it's kind of hard to survive those guys if a pair of them hit you at the same time. Well, hopefully they'll come back. There we go. I hope they'll come back. Now I can see the chat area. If you haven't played Yo in a while, that is a greater dragon, not a regular dragon. You could eat a whole pack of regular dragons with no problem. Now I can see the chat area. you haven't played Zero in a while, that is a greater dragon, not a regular dragon. You could eat a whole pack of regular dragons, no problem. Looks like we have an altar up. There's a big arrow. I'm just waiting on the slowest person. That's the tamer. Looks like we have an altar up. The big arrow. I'm just waiting on the slowest person. That's the tamer. Cast Paralyzed Field in this little area over here, so if anybody comes in, they might get trapped or slow them down. I'm sure they'll see it before they get there. Cast Paralyzed Field in this little area over here, so if anybody comes in, they might get trapped or slow them down. I'm sure they'll see it before they get there. Somebody said they need some hill pots. I just looted some off of this guy, so. Somebody said they need some hill pots. I just looted some off of this guy, so. All right. If you've never done VVV before, you can, it's kind of like factions, but you can cast spells in town whenever the city's under siege, like it is now. I don't know why they say that it's under siege. It's just a city that's up and you can PvP in it with no restrictions. Kind of like factions, but you can cast spells in town whenever the city's under siege, like it is now. I don't know why they say that it's under siege. It's just a city that's up and you can PvP in it with no restrictions. No, I wouldn't say it's too loud, sweetie. And we won. No, I wouldn't say it's too loud, sweetie. And we won. Told these guys I'll catch the next city, but I'm gonna try to run. See if anybody's doing a navy real quick. Since I now know a shortcut. Somebody showed me this a minute ago. Ah! See if anybody's doing a navy real quick. I don't know if I can do this one by myself. Navy's a really huge fighter. Let's see, I have an arachnid spurtlay in here somewhere. Let's see here. I don't know if I can do this one by myself. Navy's a really huge fighter. Yeah, I have an arachnid spurtlay in here somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah. Hit these towers. Supposedly, if you do them in a certain combination, they'll dump a rain of fire down on this navy, this big spider, which I don't know the combination. Hit these Powers, supposedly if you do them in a certain combination, they'll dump a rain of fire down on this neighboring big spider, which I don't know the combination. Yeah, I don't think I can kill this thing by myself. This is a PvP character, not a PVM character. Yeah, if I could get this thing to work, I probably could. This is a PvP character, not a PVM character. If I could get this thing to work, I probably could. And Draco's down here. And Draco left. Yeah, I'm barely putting a dent in this thing. I could probably kill it in a half hour, maybe. I'm not going to kill it. If somebody else comes in the next couple minutes. Uh-oh. I think I locked up. Oh, phew. That was... probably kill it in a half hour, maybe. Which I'm not going to mess around that long. Comes in the next couple minutes. Uh-oh. I think I locked up. Oh, this thing put me in a corner. Put me in a spider web. Which I'm not going to mess around that long. This thing put me in a corner. Put me in a spider web. Okay, looks like I'm leaving here. I'm going to try to go to Moonglow. That's the next city to set. If I can cast Recall. Okay, looks like I'm leaving here. I'm going to try to go to Moonglow. That's the next city to set. Ah, did I lock up? Yep, looks like Nick is there. Nope. Looks like Nick is there. Nope. Trying to add people to the party when they come in. Trying to add people to the party when they come in. Alright, now is anybody going to come and fight us? Get some oranges or OJs here. You'd think on a Saturday night there'd be a lot of people logged on doing stuff, but is anybody going to come and fight us? A lot of these guys may be Pacific time. Oranges or OJs here. On a Saturday night, there'd be a lot of people logged on doing stuff, but a lot of you guys may be Pacific time. Well, doing these kind of things right here can get boring if you don't have anybody to fight. And now I'm following an arrow. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but it's pointing to the next altar. So we go to the next altar, we claim this, but most of the time you're fighting people for the altar. If you don't have anybody to fight. And now I'm following an arrow. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but it's pointing to the next altar. So we go to the next altar, we claim this, but most of the time you're fighting people for the altar. Yeah, I don't run the default UO music, even though it's not bad, but I haven't run that in years. So the only thing you have is footsteps and game sounds. Yeah, I don't run the default UO music, even though it's not bad, but I haven't run that in years. So the only thing you have because of the footsteps and king sounds. Yeah, these guys don't know I'm doing streaming. Some of the stuff they're saying is kind of funny. Yeah, these guys don't know I'm doing streaming. Some of the stuff they're saying is kind of funny. I'm telling them between here and November I'm going to be traveling to Canada. Where else? Spokane, Washington, Pittsburgh, uh, Baltimore, Maryland. I'm telling them between here and Oklahoma City. Traveling to Canada. Next altar's up. Spokane, Washington, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Maryland, Oklahoma City. Next altar's up. Oop. Accidentally closed the bar, it popped up. It was giving her stats for the city. There was absolutely no action on this city, but the last two cities we've been fighting. Maybe they were looking their wounds and didn't want to come back. Oop. Accidentally closed the bar, it popped up. It was giving her stats for the city. There was absolutely no action in this city, but the last two cities we've been fighting. Maybe they were looking their wounds and didn't want to come back. They're asking if we're going to do the next city. They're asking if we're going to do the next city. I guessed where his guy's favorite band was. Rush. Yep, nobody's in here doing it. Guy's favorite band was. Rush. Yep, nobody's in here doing it. Alright, I'm not going to mess with a neighbor by myself. I think these guys are going to be dueling somewhere. Let me see if I can find where they're at. They are in New Haven. I hate New Haven. Has Trammy written all over it. I think these guys are going to be dueling somewhere. Let me see if I can find where they're at. They are in New Haven. I hate New Haven. Has I see Nick on map. Where's he at? I see Nick on map. Where's he? Trying to get the duel these guys. Trying to get the duel these guys. Well, I was going to do a little dueling, but it looks like they're waiting to duel each other. Ah, okay, here comes the duel. Well, I was going to do a little dueling, but it looks like they're waiting to duel each other. From that sound, I could hear a disarm. So somebody got disarmed. It's like Nick got disarmed. He's got his weapon back on now. Okay, here comes the duel. Oop. And he's dead. From that sound, I could hear a disarm. So somebody got disarmed. Yeah, in UO nowadays, you have to have a defense chance on your equipment, at least 45 to be max DCI. Then you have to have some kind of skill, melee skill, or maybe wrestling. In his case, he has fencing. You have to have a defense chance. So if you take their weapon off, they lose all their defense chance. Max DCI. Then you have to have some kind of skill, melee skill, maybe wrestling. In his case, he has fencing. So if you take their weapon off, they lose all their defense chance. Ha ha ha. These guys are funny. Talking about being in a band. It's like I'm in a band too. They said they're in a band called D's Nuts. Ha ha ha. These guys are funny. Talking about being in a band. It's like I'm in a band too. They said they're in a band called D's Nuts. Like we might be doing another city. Hopefully we'll get raided this time. I think they said Monarch. Let me see here. Like we might be doing another city. Hopefully we'll get raided this time. For information, you can't recall into a city that's under siege for virtual device VVV. You have to actually use a crystal teleporter or run there. So you have to say fail Monarch Mint. For information, you can't recall into a city that's under siege for virtual device VVV. You have to actually use a crystal teleporter or run there. So setting up some fields just in case somebody comes in behind me. Maybe I can trap them. I don't remember exactly where the spot is. Ah, there it is. Nick just came in. Setting up some fields just in case somebody comes in behind me. Maybe I can trap them. We have an altar already. Exactly where the spot is. Ah, there it is. Nick just came in. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not used to this Twitch thing. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not used to this Twitch thing. Yeah, I'm not used to this. Talking about Dumb and Dumber 2. I can't see it on your screen, but I can tell there's a couple of people that drop in that belongs. That's in my map that belongs to me. Yeah, there's another one of my guys. I can tell there's a couple of people that drop in that belongs. That's in my map. And they're here now. Yeah, there's another one of my guys. And we just claimed this altar. You can get up to 10,000 silver points doing this. That's the max. At that point, you just lose them. You can't gain any more, but you can buy stuff with your points. Yeah, we just claimed this altar. I think I have like almost 7,000 points. You get up to 10,000 silver points doing this. That's the max. At that point, you just lose them. You can't gain any more, but you can buy stuff with your points. I think I have like almost 7,000 points. You get up to 10,000 silver points. That's the max. At that point, you just lose them. You can't gain any more, but you can buy. I have a hard time getting used to the fact I say something about 10 seconds later. I can hear it in my headset. I have a hard time getting used to the fact I say something about 10 seconds later. I can hear it in my headset. There might have been in here earlier, but most of the time it's feast or famine with some of these things. It's like no OJs. The next thing you know, there's 8 OJs and there's 3 of you. Of course, you're not going to win a fight like that most of the time. You might have been in here earlier, but most of the time it's feast or famine with some of these things. It's like no OJs. Next thing you know, there's 8 OJs and there's 3 of you. Of course, you're not going to win a fight like that most of the time. Now, guys are watching. I presume y'all had played Duo at one time or another. Now, guys are watching. I presume y'all had played Duo at one time or another. Oh yeah, I like that. It's grown a lot. I did learn something today. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, my son just showed me some artwork. Yep, won another altar uneventfully. Sorry guys, I expected a little bit of action, but there's nothing going on here at the moment. Not really. Doing VVV cities, Vice, Virtue versus Vice, versus Vice. Yep, won another altar uneventfully. Sorry guys, I expected a little bit of action, but there's nothing going on here at the moment. Not really. Doing VVV cities, Vice, Virtue versus like we're going to do a little bit of dueling maybe. Oh, yeah. Dueling after the city. And looks like we're almost done here. Might have one more altar. Looks like we're going to do a little bit of dueling maybe. Oh, yeah. Dueling after the city. And looks like we're almost done here. Might have one more altar. And the city's about to go poof. Then we're going to go to New Haven and do a little dueling. Nope, there's an arrow to go to the next altar. Then we're going to go to New Haven and do a little dueling. Nope, there's an arrow to go to the next altar. And the slowest person here beat us, the Tamer. And we won that city. Which we should have won the city. Nobody came to fight us. And the slowest person here beat us, the Tamer. And we won that city. Which we should have won the city. Nobody came to fight us. Alright. Opening up a run book, looking for one for New Haven. Ah, there we go. Opening up a run book, looking for one for New Haven. Ah, there we go. And we'll put on a couple of things here to help protect me. Some strength potions, some other gumps. And we'll put on a couple of things here to help protect me. Some strength potions, some other gumps. Oh. I thought I was dueling. Apparently they're dueling. The life bars are bouncing up and down over here. I don't know if you can hear that sound. That's armored Norse drinking potions. I thought I was dueling. Apparently they're dueling. The life bars are bouncing up and down over here. Let's get back on my mount. Hear that sound. That's armored Norse drinking potions. One of them's got a little bit of chivalry in archery. Another one's got it's like necromancy and fencing. No, swords. some faster templates.
Chivalry in archery. Other one's got a like necromancy fencing. That's swords. Faster templates.
Need to take this to arena almost. Inside of arena, you can't run away. I got a philosophy: if you run off screen, then I win. But both of these guys are on foot. Chasing each other, I guess it's fine. They can do moving shot. I can't do moving shot as a mage.
If you run off screen, then I win. Both of these guys are on foot. Chasing each other, I guess it's fine. They can do moving shot. I can't do moving shot as a mage.
One of them can do moving shots. He's an archer. Watching two Dexters fight. One of them just put mortal on the other. You can't cure when or heal when that's happening.
Dexters fight.
I'd be using mortal all the time if I had these guys.
One just put mortal on the other. You can't cure or heal when that's happening. I'd be using mortal all the time if I had these guys.
I'm giving a little bit of crap. Tell them there's too much running. A lot different than something like World of Warcraft.
I'm giving a little bit of crap. Tell them there's too much running. A lot different than something like World of Warcraft.
Swords guy complaining because he says, I can't chase down an archer. One thing that sucks about chasing down an archer is they can do moving shots on you while you're chasing them. And be healing up at the same time.
Swords guy complaining because he says, I can't chase down an archer. One thing that sucks about chasing down an archer is they can do moving shots on you while you're chasing them. And be healing up at the same time.
I thought they're both running. And here's the arena. Well, I don't know if that's what it was originally designed for or not, but that's what we use it for. And here's the arena. Well, I don't know if that's what it was originally designed for or not, but that's what we use it for. There's actually some PvP arenas you can go to where you can set the rules whenever you duel. There's actually some PvP arenas you can go to where you can set the rules whenever you duel. There's actually some PvP arenas you can go to where you can set the rules here. Yeah, it's not a free shard. But, you know, there's been some free shards out there forever. You can check them out. Yeah, it's not a free shard. But, you know, there's been some free shards out there forever. You can check them out. I'm in the wrong place. But, you know, there's been some free shards out there forever. You can check them out. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, they're on the trammy side. I don't have a run to the trammy side. That's okay, I can run there. I think. Okay, they're on the trammy side. I don't have a run to the trammy side. That's okay, I can run there. All the way on the other side. I think. All the way on the other side. Alright, so now I have a run here. So I don't have to run here anymore. Alright, so now I have a run here. So I don't have to run here anymore. Alright, they're going to be fighting, so I'm going to go get a seat. See here, all the rules and guidelines are set. There's no cheating in here. Alright, they're going to be fighting, so I'm going to go get a seat.
See here, all the rules and guidelines are set. So there's no cheating in here. So there's no.
think I may have locked up. Nope. Yep. Yep. Right now we're doing goofy stuff, straggling out, and I'm probably gonna die. Already got one guy that went out on his own and got killed by 4 people. Right now we're doing goofy stuff, straggling out, and I'm probably gonna die. Already got one guy that went out on his own and got killed by 4 people. And he's back. And he's back. And he's back. What's his name? Guy died on my front doorsteps. I thought it was funny. He's one of my guys, but he was being goofy. I have teleporters set up so you don't have to touch my front door. So you just come in and do this, and you come in. And then if you do it again, and you pop in. So you don't have to open the door to come in the house. I have teleporters set up so you don't have to touch my front door. So you just come in and do this, and you come in. And if you do it again, and you pop in. So you don't have to open the door to come in the house. Where you at, Nick? There's Nick. Where you at, Nick? There's Nick. And the city's over. We just got here. And the city's over. We just got here. And I got a guy running on foot over here. He's in animal form. And he's probably hidden, stealthing around. And we got a guy running on foot over here. He's in animal form. And he's probably hidden, stealthing around. The dragon's a little beat up. The dragon's a little beat up. Another runner. I know what somebody's trying to prove when they do that. They run up. There's no way they're going to be able to kill anybody. Another runner. What they're going to do is run, teleport, run. I know what somebody's trying to prove when they do that. They run up. There's no way they're going to be able to kill anybody. What they can do is run, teleport, run. I'm not sure who's fighting who here. I'm not sure who's fighting who here. Except we got a guy that's hurt. Except we got a guy that's hurt. Killed one of them. Killed one of them. I think we're actually making a fairly good showing here. Fairly good showing. And he's in animal form. I'm gonna go back to the tamer. Cover him a little bit. Looks like he was killed earlier. And he's in animal form. I'm gonna go back to the tamer. Cover him a little bit. Looks like he was killed earlier. Cleaning myself up a bit, getting regumped. I don't know where he went. I'm not going to be following him into any fields. A lot of times we run between buildings and throw up a field. Following him into the fields. Run between the buildings, you get trapped. A lot of times we run between buildings and throw up a field. Run between buildings, you get trapped. He was stunned for a moment. That's what happens when somebody comes around, you don't see them, and yet you're hurt, and they kill you when they're not, didn't know they were on screen. That's what happens when somebody comes around, you don't see them, and yet you're hurt, and they kill you when they're not, didn't know they were on screen. That fight turned quick. That fight turned quick. People rezzing right in front of oranges. Yeah, it's goofy. I'm telling them don't let them RK a
Right in
rescue.
front of oranges. Yeah, it's goofy.
At least here, I'm kind of out of the way, out of sight. If I get killed here, well, at least I had a chance of getting away.
I'm telling them don't let them RK a rescue.
At least here, I'm kind of out of the way, out of sight. If I get killed here, well, at least I had a chance of getting away. Stat loss sucks. Stat loss sucks. I keep forgetting I'm a Grandmaster Alchemist. And I have some very offensive potions. I just got that skill. I keep forgetting I'm a Grandmaster Alchemist. And I have some very offensive potions. I just got that skill. Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and log out. I've been at this for a while. You have a good night.